The people here have lots of questions, but I will allow myself to ask the first one. So, you told me yesterday that initially you actually had a screenplay for the film, but after the crew got together and you started shooting the film, you decided to change the plans and you decided to improvise totally. So could you perhaps tell us more about the process?
Yeah, we had an initial script that we wrote before the shooting, and then we did a lot of work with the three actors. So we had a workshop before the shooting, and we keep just a narrative line about how feelings and desire of the three characters change, and then in the shooting, actors knew in which point of this narrative line are, so they improvised a lot with knowing just the guidelines of the scene. But then they were completely free to do things. So sometimes I said also yesterday that sometimes they play and I was filming another person and the third one was playing someone else in the hood. Discovered this camera from a friend. I begin to do the location scouting with this little camera, and then I saw I project this material and I saw that the image have a quality that it was exactly what I was looking for. So it was something between, it was something like a digital Super 8 stuff with very vivid colors and all these images. And so the first thing was the texture of the image and this kind of quality of image. And the second was the fact that with this camera you can do very, very different camera movements. Even with a little camera, but it handled like that, it's different. With this camera, I think that we could be very, very close to the actors, and was this feeling like camera is like the wind, you know, but very smooth, like somebody watch something. So it gives me a new style of cinematography. That's why.
So Katya, a question to you. How did you go about to develop your character? Did you have an initial plan, or was your action spontaneous and you just relied on the interactions with the other characters?
We worked for months as a workshop and we used to talk about childhood and adolescence, and we follow the director's directions, and we had one idea, and we do improvisation about this idea. There was a basic element about the character, and we keep some things from the first character, the director's character, and put our things in the first, and sometimes spontaneous process. It was spontaneous process, but we have the basic element to set ourselves free and work in a forest. But that I want to say, it's the fact that worth more than anything else. It's now that we are 50 people here and talk about cinema.
it's my third feature. So, originally there was a script with different places. It was not only in the nature, in forest and rivers, and so it was a road movie through cities that end in a forest, and there was also many other characters. It was not only the three basic. It was the three characters, but it was other characters that they meet in different places and villages. There was a backstory with the brother of the one of the two boys. So there was a lot of different things, and then I choose to through everything, all the details and all the backstories, and do something very concentrated only in the nature, and only with these three actors, without knowing anything about their past. The actors knew a lot about their past in the process of the workshop that we did before. We had very detailed character of everyone, but in the movie I prefer to not show anything of that. So that's why maybe there is this more archetypal things of the three of them.
This is my trzecia. How did you select the soundtrack for
Yeah.
I think you know the question, right? How did you select the soundtrack for the film? Because we have the very specific cover version of Joy Division's Decades, and then we have the music by Text Choices. So could you perhaps tell us?
Yes. So originally the idea was. So there is this particular piece of Joy Division. So it's an adaptation of The Boy, who is a very talented Greek new composer, and he's also a director. Besides, and he had also a film here in Wroclaw some years ago called Pink. So the music of Text Riser, so Koti K and Nico Veliotis, we work a lot with them. They wrote a lot of music, very different things, and then we just took this piece for the end. But there is another version of the movie. That it's not it's a triptych version for 3 screens that we it was combined with live performance of musician, of texturizers, and the sound design live also, and the actors live. So it was like a combination of live performance, film, triptych film form, and an installation. So in this case there was a lot of music, but the film was silent, completely silent, and there was a lot of live music and live sound that we did with Texturizer.
Rzeczywiście. So I must say that I was struck by the kind of sexual ambivalence that you showed in your film, and I would like to quote John Cameron Mitchell here, who said that sexuality is a kind of language which is hard to express in cinema, and usually it is repressed and expressed by means of various codes. So my question to you is that, is sexuality the sort of language for you, and were you actually looking for the right form to express it?
Yes, it is a language, but it's a personal language. And I mean that there is... it's a very different way, for example, of how sexuality, we see sexuality in Short Bus, and a very different way how sexuality is filming in this movie, I think. The fact that here sexuality, it's more a form of representation of desire, and not the inverse.
Do tłumaczenia. Dziękuję Państwu bardzo i do zobaczenia na
Thank
kolejnym
you.
spotkaniu.
Thank you very much.